Good evening, folks, or morning, or afternoon, wherever you may be. We have returned once more with a reaction stream. There we go. Good day today, productive, and now we are here with some anime. Tonight's evening events shall be episode 3 of Bleach, 1000-Year Blood War, Core 4. Again, we're getting slowly towards the end, which is sad, but there will be new beginnings. I am absolutely confident for Bleach. So far, last section of Bleach has been absolutely fire. I'm loving it, and there's only crazier things to come, so I'm excited to see what this episode will entail. And then outside of Bleach, we will also be doing Dragon Ball Fusion Reborn subbed, because I've never actually seen the movie subbed. When it comes to Dragon Ball content, I've primarily have been a dub watcher, because I just think the dub is just so iconic and kind of the real way you should be watching Dragon Ball. That's probably going to piss some people off, but I've always watched dub, whether it was through Kai, the original Z, Super, GT. The only time I really watched subbed was when Super was like really coming out with like the fresh content during the Tournament of Power, and I wanted to stay up to date. But primarily it was dub. It was dub. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to watch Dragon Ball Fusion Reborn and sub to see how I thought about it. Again, this is gonna be a chill night, nothing too crazy on the docket. And then tomorrow we have our read-through day, so we'll go through Ichi, we have Iruma. Again, I'm going to save for one more chapter of Gachikoda. I know we have 2 on the docket, but I'm going to wait for one more. We'll do the Hunter x Hunter chapter that will be out. I'm excited to see what's going on with that. I don't believe we have a One Punch Man chapter out for the webcomic or manga, so we'll have more time for Kagurabachi. And I did get some people's recommendations for stuff in the future, so I'll see what we'll do. I will add things to the docket. Don't you worry. More read-throughs will be coming. And I gotta get back to manhwas and mangas, especially mangas. They've been starving. But anyway, so we're gonna get into this. We're gonna be watching Bleach first, get that episode out of the way, then Dragon Ball. Hopefully tonight, fingers crossed, the site will work, but if not, I have my backup site, and hopefully that site will also maintain. Here's hoping. But anyway, here we go. We are going to be watching episode 3 of the 1000-Year Blood War, Core 4. Last time we left off, we had the Bankai of Mr. Kisuke Urahara, and what a Bankai that was. I love the adaptation that they did. I particularly enjoyed he was writing his sutures that he was making on the very air itself as a pathway. I thought that was amazing. And then we also are getting more development with Uryu versus Hashwolf. He has a particularly anime-only transformation, which is pretty neat. We'll see what it is. Is it going to be a fusion of the Almighty that he gets when Yuha Bak is asleep, and his balance power, which would be kind of cool because he now has like blue eyes, so I'm not too sure. Again, we're going into some semi-new water, even compared to what was happening in the manga, which honestly is great because there was stuff they need to be fixed from how the manga did stuff and ended on, so I'm excited. Yeah, okay. So, Bleach, then Dragon Ball, and that will be it from today. Everyone, hopefully you guys, again, got your snacks, got your drinks, you guys are chilling, and wherever you may be, make sure to like the stream, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jargon. Here we go. Bleach! Kubo! I'm ready for the Hell Arc, Kubo. I'm ready. I am ready, Freddy. Yes. Arise. Arise, my boy. Let's go. It's time to unlock Savage Mode again. Yup. Skip intro. Skipping intro. Man, a minute and 56 seconds. They probably are also going to have that preview of like, oh, here's some things to expect. Whatever. So, minute and 56. I don't really like this trend. Even when like I would say Dragon Ball Super Tournament Power was really starting to push this trend. It's pointless because some of these scenes are like literally like what you'll see in 2 seconds. I get it, like it saves time for the animators and whatnot, but no. All right, Orihime. Let's see. The power of rejection. Ooh, acknowledgement. Here we go. You can't reject me completely. God damn. That could be used out of context for sure. Yo, Orihime is getting better. The same power that flows with in Ichigo flows through me. So you can't unconsciously unconsciously accept my attacks. Interesting, really. So almost like his spiritual pressure is in a way like Ichigo's, which kind of goes in what was going on with the Askin fight. I'm sorry, I'm gonna just rewind for a second, but like with the Askin fight, if you have a interesting spiritual pressure that has a certain recognition to it, certain powers are gonna get tripped up with that. That's I don't remember that was in the manga for the Orihime stuff, but I like that idea. Like her power of rejection would normally work, but because they have similar spiritual pressure, to allow him to be safe is also to allow Yuha Baha to be safe. You cannot reject me completely. Again, she's getting fucking flung by this power. Same power flows within me. You unconsciously accept my attacks. Nah, fuck you. Leave best girl alone. What's the plan, you two? What's the plan? You guys not doing so hot. Are we gonna give Orihime glaze? Spirit pressure. True. In the grand scheme of things, I guess. Okay. Double barrier. Have we seen that before? She can, like, double barrier shit? Alright, Orihime. Alright. Barrier. Oh, and the attack one that she hasn't really used. Oh, okay. This is new. This is new. What the fuck is she doing? She, like, almost in a way kind of made like a Quincy arrow. She makes her healing space for Ichigo so he can heal. But then she makes her triangular rejection wall. And then I forget the attack one. She like forces the rejection wall and the attack one to almost like coalesce together. And then sends out a shockwave. That's really interesting. Yo, if we are giving more to Orihime, yo, Chad, come on now. He's like literally the last one. Ichigo, of course. My boy, oh my, Uryu, of course, gotta get stuff. Orihime, apparently he's getting stuff. Chad's literally the only one. Give him something. Give him something, even as small as this. And by doing the rejection on the Ryatsu, she pushes it back with the attack one. That's smart. That's really interesting. Like, Orihime's powers really could be used to deadly extremes. This is a power that I hold the half of. Okay. Yeah, they're making a big deal like he survived the Ash Whalen. There was some stuff in the manga, but I wonder if they're going to change some stuff up here on why he survived the Ash Whalen when he was younger. He makes a goddamn D20 shield. Oh, dude. Creativity of their liquid is interesting. Light show, man. It's the fucking light show. Sees the future, dodge, weave. Again, barrier. Can he breach the barrier? His antithesis is like basically a hard counter to like ability. So how do you antithesis the future? And also maybe the balance. We'll see. Ooh. Ooh, remove the gunk. These random two Shinigami? Okay. He has more people than just the world to worry about. Oh, he's doing the Juji show? The Soul King is gone, yeah. So it's kind of like, hey, you do defeat us, what's going to happen to the world? Not too sure. The Juji show gets blocked by a wall. My son, born in the darkness. He loves using that line. You still hesitate to take me down. Interesting. His plans. Right. You are a miracle because you are a human, you are a soul reaper. You are a hollow, you are a full bringer, and you are a Quincy. Yes, he is a test tube baby. You are cladded in black. Black is the color of chaos. Chaos is the power of the Soul King. Black, the color without color, is nothing less than the Soul King's spiritual pressure. I like that. Which is interesting because Ichibei also has a lot of dominion over the concept of black and darkness. Especially when he goes into his Bankai-like state. But I had a theory for so long. I'll say at the end. Spoilers, I guess, what's going to be coming up ahead. How they could change up the anime. And it looks like, in a way, they are kind of going along with this factoid about the idea of blackness in the world of Bleach and how that correlates to the spiritual energy of the Soul King that now Yuha, Baha, Ichibei, and of course Ichigo have. So it's like, I have a theory. And cool expectation how they could change up this event in the manga. But again, I'll wait for this episode to be over first. You are cladded in black. Black is the color of chaos, and chaos is the power of the Soul King. Black, the color without color, is nothing less than the Soul King's spiritual pressure. And the one who controls that blackness is Ichibei. Sure you're aware, protect the Soul King. Actually, is this new Ichibei scene? This might be. So Ichibei is in fact getting back up to do shit. Oh, fuck. They're gonna have Ichibei do something more? Alright, okay. What is he planning? You are a vessel capable of withstanding the power that fills it. This is definitely some can't fear your own world stuff. I will be able to receive a tiny bit of the viewer power to restore my own body. Please protect the Soul King, Ichigo. The true intentions of Ichibei. They're just saying it. They're just outright saying it. Yes. So this was definitely not in the manga. This was after the manga. Ichibei, to save the 3 worlds, would have installed you as the next Soul King. Meaning, you would have been stuck in stasis. That's his vision of peace. For you, it may as well be death. Let me guess, Ichigo, it doesn't matter. So, yep, so what? I figure that's what Kurosaki would say. Doesn't matter if I become the Soul King or not. Doesn't care. Alright, he was gonna kill me and backstab me, whatever. He is eyes on the prize right now. He knows what he needs to do. That's something later he has to worry about. Right now, you are my target. Ichigo is a man of focus. Hashwald. But I do like they added that. They outright are saying it point blank that yes, Ichibei was going to betray Ichigo if push came to shove. Yo! Vizards, go back in your mask forms and start doing shit. Gerard, man, the power of my miracle. You can barely sense your faint spiritual pressures. Like stepping on ants in the sand. What is the plan, people? What is the plan? Your miracle is to low the gibberish. There you go. Mask up. That was in the manga. Nope, that shit don't work. Just wanted your attention, man. Yep, Sakanade. There we go. The inverted world. I wonder with Shinji's Bankai how it inverts allies into enemies and enemies into allies. Could, like, he reverse the miracle to help him out, I wonder? But what would that entail in the very end, I guess? Oh, yeah, the chocolate bar slider. Go, Vizards, go in, go in. This is what I want, extra content for the Vizards. Because they didn't get this love. And they all can do Ceros. I like that. I like that. That's really cool. That's really fucking cool. Will it amount to much? No. But very cool. I like the idea that they can pop off like this. Do they all just stand there and he lariats them? Damn. I'll just annihilate this area. There we go. Oh, fuck. Is it time? Oh, no. Is it this episode in particular? I know a certain thunderous individual that's going to enjoy, or I should say hate this episode. Toshiro Hitsugaya. Gerard Valkyrie of the Royal Guard, the Schutzstaffel. I forget what his shield's called, but he has like a special shield as well. Like his ice wind became the actual wings. It's really cool. All right. Hey, listen, they're gonna give him sauce. I'm already readying myself. They're giving him sauce. You are? How you doing, fam? Ichigo got slicing, but heals. After all that effort, heal. Again, you ain't my dad. Ichigo, I'm gonna be real with you, man. You might need to level up some shit. Because right now, he's just battering you away. The man's like a slime, like he's Rimuru, just full of like this pulsating liquid. What? Are you Naruto? He made shurikens out of this? What? Yo, Itachi, Sasuke, move over. Yo, shuriken style here. That's crazy. Okay. What? 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 Realizing he is calm, he's not doing this irrationally. You gotta believe in him, something like that. Like, hey, listen. What's your rush to death? Is it rush or does he have a plan? I'll take it if you show it to me. Ichigo, what are you thinking right now? Heal. It's like me when I'm fighting an FF7, man. I gotta get my full heals. Keep saying, yo, you suck, Ichigo. You suck. You gotta catch your breath. You gotta actually think, man. And fight. You stand up to fight and die. I do want to know what Ichigo is thinking right now. Like, what is his plan? It's becoming white? Okay. What does that mean? Uh-huh. Right. Right. He has something on his mind. Okay, so Ichigo is thinking. Okay. So he was taking some of Yuha Box Quincy energy? Really? What is happening? That's how we're doing this shit? Really? He was... I think that's new. Okay, there's a lot left, but the ending's here for some reason. Hold on. Let me go back before we finish that episode. Hold on. He was like a mosquito. He was siphoning off his energy like he was doing against, oh my god, what's the fucking jailer? Quinlan? Kyuuge. Like when he was doing that against Kyuuge's shield, he was slowly interacting with that Quincy energy with his own Quincy energy, and he was like siphoning it away. That's what he was doing, but he was pumping it into the long sword of his two swords that he has to wake it up. What the fuck? That's I like that. Again, I don't think that was in the manga. He's siphoning off Yuha Box Quincy energy. Even in this Soul King power state, he still has Quincy energy flowing through him, and Ichigo is chipping away at that to fuel his Zanpakuto. Let me see this one more time. it's like evolving into a white form. So, of his powers, Soul Reaper, Quincy, Hollow, I imagine by stealing the Quincy energy, he's fueling that sword to become more Quincy-like? But with that horn, very Hollow-like. So what is he doing? There was a guy I wanted to wake up by pumping in some of the Quincy spiritual pressure. Because White, remember, when it comes to his two Zanpakuto energy types, the two quote-unquote Zangetsus, who we believed for the longest time was Zangetsu and was Ichigo's spiritual energy for Soul Reaper stuff, was wrong. This is a representation of his Quincy energy, also manifest as a younger version of Yuha Baha. White, who we thought was only his Hollow energy, actually is the genuine manifestation of his Zanpakuto and Hollow nature inside of him. So by pumping Quincy energy, I would imagine it's fueling this sword here. Because I believe the small sword is his Quincy Hunter knife. Yeah. Yeah, the smaller of the two is his Quincy Hunter. Yeah. We never really got, again, in the manga, yet again, I'm going to say this a lot, especially for how they're adaptating this, which is fine. In the original manga, we never really got too much Quincy energy and usage out of his Quincy Hunter dagger. Now, because it's a Hunter dagger, how you hunt Quincy's? Well, Quincy's are allergic to Hollows. So I imagine now from this context, the smaller of the two, that should be his Hollow / Zanpakuto power, I guess. But then the longsword is more in lockstep. I guess maybe when you pump it with spiritual energy related to a Quincy, maybe it is also normally a Soul Reaper Hollow mix because of the black, which we talked about in this episode. But when you pump it with more Quincy energy, it becomes white. The significance of the white of the Quincy power, even though I would think that would be more Zangetsu, aka white, in the form of his Hollow energy, but maybe not. How they're doing this is interesting. This is very, very interesting. Alright, let's play this all the way through, and then we're going to skip that ending and go to the rest of the episode, and then we'll get into Dragon Ball. This is very cool. I like the stuff we're at here. It's turning white. And then firing roads. I always thought, like, Yuabaku's using Almo's Bankai, because remember, he has his Bankai. So this is what you were trying to do. But Yuha didn't see that coming, I guess. Cool. The horn.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I can roast, I can gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me,
tricks of ice. Nah, I got extra shit like this guy here. Yaki of Pooch, who should have died back in the first game.
It was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell,
I don't like the weird, but it's powerful.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness.
Going over how Yaki is
and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence.
Talking on Toshiro in Burnley. Alright.
That's for you to take away. I
Or farmers. Move aside, the real guy is here. Captain class are all gathering, huh? Yeah. Here we go. Here comes trouble. Hell yeah. But you need it.
I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up. No, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it. I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages of vacant. Modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit.
Let's see how much he can take by dicing him up. Let's do that. Go Toshiro, get out of the way.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow tough, no I don't take shit. I got show up for the fakeness. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta
that much fucking strength when he's just in his normal state.
I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the
flame is a reflection of the
emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious, mysterious.
Oh no, the stupid sword is coming out.
You know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last. Yeah.
And it's a tough shield and a tough body. That just makes me want to cut you all the more. Hell yeah, Kabachi. Yeah, let's go. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fake. Yeah, we're like, oh shit, he got a shield. I'll always show up and make a statement. Oh yeah, constant release type. No, I don't take shit. I got the idea that constant release type may have never even existed. Yeah, that was definitely a big controversy when you first read that. It's like, oh, so that bit of lore was just a fucking lie. Kind of like Cursed Blades and Anyway. Flames is sort of the way. You chipped who knew? So remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage in this thread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up. No, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it. I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind it can hardly take it. They fling that sword away, but then again, you cannot chip the blade of Hulk. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. That's the power of a miracle. A miracle can turn people's wishes into reality. My indestructible body will allow me to enlarge my people's needs. Of the Hulk nuke is forged from people's hopes, of the people. So thus, if you shatter it, it will be despair. I am Gerard Valkyrie. I am a miracle, and miracle is what I am. Essentially, his two abilities are, if you cut him down, he will grow larger, and he will become physically stronger, too. But then his second ability is with the Sword of Hofnug, aka the Sword of Hope. If you chip the sword in any way, the damage goes back to you. So, if you even land damage on him, he'll get bigger and stronger. But if he blocks it and it's with the sword, you will then receive the damage. And then he also has the fucking shield, too. So basically, this is a very upscale battle right now. Like, you are in a very tight situation when you're fighting this guy. It's very much like you are going up against someone who is a actual miracle, a force of nature. Ah, the pedals. The pedals. It's not this episode, I'm shocked. Oh, come on. Is it next episode for someone else? transform the life of mine. Oh, please, baby. Please. Oh, I want to watch the episode now. No. I have to wait 6 days. Oh. I'm not going to see shit. But next episode is going to be peak. It's going to be peak. It might be my favorite episode of this season, depending on how they do it. But okay, that was episode 3 of Core 4 of Bleach. So the brief spoiler that I wanted to go into, when they were talking about the black and the chaos, the nature of black, and then how that relates to Ichigo, and also Yhwach, and also the power of, you know, the Soul King, how it all ties together. The idea that black, the color that is without color, is a representation of the Soul King's ability. So, spoilers, if you don't want to get any for the remaining part of the core of Bleach, even though they are changing some stuff up for the better. Most likely they're still going to run into this path. So if you don't want to know anything, leave now for 2 seconds, because we'll then get into Dragon Ball. I like that they're introducing the color of black, because they loosely had this idea there in the manga, especially with the left hand of the Soul King, the Progress. I think it was the Progress, right? Pernida, no, Pernida was the right hand and he was Progress. What was the left hand? Mimihagi. Okay, so Pernida is the right hand. I'm sorry, Pernida is the left hand. He governs Progress. The right hand governs what was it? Stillness? Stillness, yeah. Stagnation and stillness. So Pernida, left, Progress, right, Mimihagi, stillness. So there is the idea, obviously, where we got last season, last core with Mimihagi, literally a representation of the Soul King's power. His his right hand that governs stillness was this black energy that Yhwach took in alongside with portions of the Soul King's energy. And that the color that Ichigo now predominantly resides in him, that he got on the level of the Soul King, and also because he did absorb some of the Soul King's energy himself, same thing with Ichibei, who can control that as well, is the idea of blackness. Now, blackness has also been a big theme for the manga as a whole when it comes to Kubo's art style and themes, but particularly when it comes to Ichigo, our main character. Blackness obviously has been through his Getsuga Tenshos throughout the story in his Bankai state. He also has his black Bankai. But mainly the blackness that I always refer to that is something significant of Ichigo's power was always Mugetsu. Mugetsu is like the translation of moonless night. Ichigo's like Getsu's and his dad's Getsuka is also referring to the moon idea, but Mugetsu is the idea of a blackless night where you don't have any shining, and it kind of represents the state that Ichigo's in, where he's covered, he's cladded in the darkness, and it's a very cool transformation, and his attack is dope as shit. I always said, if you wanted to improve the ending of this final part of Bleach, when Ichigo goes into his, spoilers, new Bankai state against Yhwach, when he goes into that the very first time, instead of it going the way that it did, where it fucking shattered into pieces, instead of having that be the initial take, you should have Ichigo genuinely go here, give us a bit of what he can do in this state, physically and maybe even some powers. But he goes into the state, he bums rushes Yhwach, he flips the script. He's now the one doing the domination during the scuffle that he'll have with Yhwach. And then just as he's about to land the finishing blow, he unleashes whatever his true Bankai's Getsuga Tensho would look like. I argue it actually should be something more akin to Mugetsu. So bring Mugetsu back, have that be his true final Bankai's Getsuka Tensho, aka Mugetsu. And because it would be Mugetsu infused with his now new power of the Soul King, I always thought that because they're having this link, especially even Yhwach says there's a link between Ichigo's energy and his own energy, by having it be this darkness, that could be a potential way to overcome Yhwach's future sight, because it's part of his own spiritual energy. So he, A, couldn't see it, and also B, it's the Soul King's energy, so that can supersede it. And again, the idea of black nothingness, the void, dark night, he cannot see, if that would be an attack that Ichigo could do, and that would be the attack that is about to land on him, and then subsequently be in that moment that we get in the manga where you have Ichigo transform his Bankai for the first time, his true Bankai in this final fight. And then literally the next page, it broke. Literally subverting all of our expectations, but in a very bad way. A lot of people were pissed about that chapter, I included. What you can do with what I just said was, as you're having this final Mugetsu attack land on Yhwach, before we get this panel, you can keep this moment the same thing, but then by getting to there, you can have it be as Ichigo's about to land his Mugetsu, then you go into Yhwach's eye, and you come back out, and you literally see him again trying to do the transformation of his Bankai. You break his Bankai there to showcase everything that we just saw. Ichigo laying hands on Yhwach in his true Bankai state with maybe his Mugetsu Getsuka Tensho was all a future he could just narrowly see before it was going to be all over. And then you break his Bankai. I think that gives Ichigo credit and gives us more ideas about the idea of the blackness, the power of the Soul King, the power of nothingness, chaos, how it supersedes a lot of things in the world, maybe even Yhwach's own future sight, and at the same time gives credit to his future sight at the same time, because just as he's narrowly about to have an unavoidable future, he saw that just as it's about to land, where he was about to see literally nothing. He then snaps back, destroys that Bankai, because then that follows up with what he says when he breaks his Bankai, where he was like, what did he say? That was a close one. That was like a bad future. Like, Yhwach says something about, like, yes, your Bankai, your true Bankai, was going to be an issue. He said something along those lines. Yes, hold on, here we go. Let me see. Like, his true Bankai state was apparently very dangerous. We don't know what it does, technically speaking, by the end of the fucking manga, which, again, hopefully they're going to rectify. Like, genuinely show us what can Ichigo's true Bankai actually do. But, yeah, he says something along the lines of, what the hell is going on? Why was it broken? I didn't feel his Ryatsu release. He hasn't even moved from where he was standing. Do not look so frightened, Ichigo. I simply expressed my respect to your power. Your new Tensasan Gensu is a fearsome Bankai indeed. That is what I concluded. So in that dialogue there, essentially you can have that still happen, but show us the future that he subverted. That way, you give respects to Ichigo's Bankai like he was saying in the manga, and also maybe bring back Mugetsu that ties into what they're trying to do with the power of blackness, of the Soul King power that Ichigo and Yhwach respectively have, which can cancel out each other. And at the same time, we get to see the perspective of what the Almighty actually can give someone as a future sight. I think that's good. If the anime could do that, that would be great. That would be fantastic. We can get two things right there, and it already amplifies something that was a irksome issue going into literally the last few chapters of the story. The power of the Almighty is not the power to just see the future. This is also an uber spoiler. So again, if you don't want to get uber spoilered, get out now. The Almighty is not just the power to see the future, it is the power to alter the future. Do not fear. It is no different from the powers you two have, just as you two can only intervene with the moment that you see before your very eyes. Yes. Yeah. Again, I think that was cool. I think that is a cool idea that they're trying to do in the manga or in the anime right now. They're trying to set up the idea of blackness that ties into Ichigo, Yhwach, and Soul King. Great. Take that further, because when we get to this moment, this is where you could use it to your advantage and give Mugetsu some love. Definitely. 100%. So, yes, I love what they're cooking. I love what they're cooking. Also, shout out to the Uryu and Hashwall fight. That's pretty cool. I like that he's, like, you know, saying something that Ichigo would say. And then finally, I guess, the Quincy energy that Ichigo has been siphoning off. What is his plan? I'm not too sure. Like, again, did this really happen in the manga? I don't really remember it being this particular, but this is cool. This is very cool. Let me actually see. I have TCP scans open. Can I find Bleach? Do they have Bleach? Before we get into Dragon Ball? No. Let me see. It was like one of the very last chapters that we got to. Oh, extra spoilers. That shit's coming soon. That is absolutely coming. But before that, we got Kinpachi action. We got the Kinpachi goated action. Yeah, so we have this moment that happened in this chapter. Gerard getting flung around. They did probably alter some stuff around, too. So Kisuke. Okay. Bankai of Kisuke. Askin and Kisuke again. What the fuck was this chapter? What chapter was this? Let me see. Usually they have the link to the chapters. No, they don't. Alright, if I can't find it in a minute, I'm just going to go right into Dragon Ball. Yeah, so that was Yoroichi, Shihoin. So again, they have their fight. They have their tiff. Where's the goddamn Ichigo and Yhwach? Yeah, again, they're changing up the Askin fight for sure. Okay, so no, they're not even at the palace yet. They're not even there yet. So they're adding and changing around the timeline massively, which is fine. I think the placement they're doing works. It works. So we got to go further into the future. So past this, past that, past that. Yep, past that. And then, so here we go. Yeah, so Ichigo, oh, he wasn't even in that state yet. That's crazy. So yeah, that's what we see in the beginning of this arc. So yeah, they're changing a lot. They're changing a lot. All right, so we get into the royal palace. Yep, that happens. Yep, his Ryatsu, that's the same. They do their fight. They do their thing. The tentacles were there. Okay, fair enough. There's no greater happiness. Yeah. Oh, fucking. Kubo's art is so fucking good, man. Say what you want about his background. His art was so good. Our conversation was fun. Shall we fight Ichigo? A reckless charge. Do not be so impatient. You will eventually, you will rush. Your body, you will expand, and you will die. Again, giving a lot more onus to Orihime there as well. That was very cool. Yeah, again, changing stuff up with Uryu's fight massively. But hey, maybe we'll get this bow still. We'll see. So again, Ichigo, they tug. He has hope. Right. I don't understand. Why would you rush? Are you relax? Does the healing. If you're weak, you'll die. Oh, it does happen there. Damn. Okay, so that's my bad. I don't remember that then. Thanks. I knew I couldn't keep it up. He had planned. Yeah. There was a guy wanting to wake up by pumping into some spiritual pressure. Yeah, they're, again, changing up the timeline. They are really changing it up. All right. I do not remember that. I 100% didn't remember that. So that was the manga. Damn. All right. I like the way that they were doing it here then. But yeah, this is coming soon. This is coming soon then. Your appearance is more like a hollow. Is that the hollow melded together with your power? Right. But that's interesting that he needs the power of a Quincy to do that. The Quincy power I got from my mother, manifested by old man Zangetsu, and the hollow inside me is a mix of my Soul Reaper power I got from my dad. While they maintained equilibrium by opposing each other, they were forged together as Zangetsu into these two swords. If that equilibrium made him behave himself, then tipping the balance should bring him out. And in the past, when I was struck by a huge amount of spiritual Soul Reaper and hollow powers, he took over. The truth is, he melded together with my powers, so I should be able to call him out now. So he needed Quincy powers to offshoot and thus bring out more hollow power. I never really got that, but okay. All right. Interesting. All right, a lot to expect for the future. I'm excited. Okay. Dragon Ball time. We're watching Fusion Reborn. Let me pull that up. This was a good episode. It got me thinking. It got me thinking and got me hyped. All right. Fusion Reborn. We're going to watch in sub because I, again, have barely seen anything subbed of Dragon Ball. Okay. Fingers crossed. Please don't shut down me site. Here we go. Dragon Ball Fusion Reborn. And I believe that. All right, skip the opening because that's where they usually get me. All right, here we go. I'm at 4 minutes and 17 seconds, so get your versions ready if you are watching. If we think it's bad when they do JJK shit, apparently the shit they had to go through to make this movie happen was unruly. Like, I think you definitely would have had some people break, like, international work laws or some shit, where it's like, yo, these motherfuckers have not left their offices in, like, 2 weeks. They need to leave and rest. And also, what are they getting paid for? Like, it was crazy. It's crazy. You can look it up online, but the detail, the time, everything that went into this to make it look so great. Also, at the same time, was like, hey, we going to do in like an hour, roughly an hour. So, you know, they wanted to use the time wisely. I think they could have done maybe a little bit cutting of other things here, but still though. And again, they could not definitely do this movie today. Even the director said that. But Hercule, he can beat That does not hit anywhere near fucking Shameless performance. Hold on. Yeah, let me see. Let me bring it up. Just continuous screaming. Man was destroying his lungs. Now, if you hear, even in the cutaway scenes, you can still hear him scream. All through that, he fucking screams. Dude, shout out to the voice actors, man. You guys are insane people for making these scenes legendary, through putting your voices through that strain. But the dub just fucking coasts this sub scene. I can't tell you how a 12-year-old me was fanboying over 𝑾𝑨𝑚𝑪. This is by far my favorite villain design. I have argued for years, and I'll say it again. If the roles were switched, where Majin Buu was the movie villain here, and 𝑾𝑨𝑚𝑪 was the main villain of the Majin Buu saga, I think 𝑾𝑨𝑚𝑪, on God, would have been a way better villain. Now, you can just say that about any of the villains with the right script, for sure, but I wholeheartedly believe it would have been instantaneously more interesting with 𝑾𝑨𝑚𝑪 in the role of Majin Buu. You can still have him have the fat thing, but him with this body, maybe a little bit more intelligence, ooh, it would have been peak. It would have been peak. This is one of my favorite villains in Dragon Ball of all time. I don't know how we can make him canon, but make him canon. I was so pissed a year or so ago when they did that whole, oh, fake
for you guys. God, fucking slamming song. So yeah, that was Fusion Reborn. Not a perfect movie, but a solid movie. At the end of the day, I like it for the beautiful setting, the high octane action when it is there, and 𝑾𝑚'𝑠 Gogeta. Just excellent, excellent. Few moments, but badass moments that defined Dragon Ball fans for decades. It was a good, relaxed stream, man. Just Bleach and Dragon Ball. I kind of want to go back just to hear Gogeta take him out. Oh, let me go to dub. Dub. Mm-hmm. There we go. Just cuz. Let's go through dub. And then going back to the dub version of the kid's voice, such a it's such a polar opposite experience. Yes, I've come for you. They don't have that line in the sub. It's so good. Everything you do has an echo. Just speed, baby. Speed. Like it's almost like 𝑾𝑚'𝑠 fighting a force of nature here. Go, Soul Punisher. It's just such a cool finish. It's so fucking cool. Taste the rainbow, bitch. Oh. And he just explodes into stardust. It's simple, but I do think the dub is so much better with this. It's just so much better. The lines hit harder. They do. They really, really do. But okay. That was Fusion Reborn. Love it. I think I'll do more Dragon Ball movie watches again in the future. Like Wrath of the Dragon. I like that movie. Again, not a perfect movie, but I like that movie. Yeah. Okay. That's going to be it for the evening. Again, it was a short stream. Short, simple, but I liked it. We got through the Bleach. Very awesome. Very interesting what they were doing there. And we got through Dragon Ball. So, with that being said, everyone, I appreciate you guys coming out. I'll be back tomorrow with some more read-throughs that we'll do. And then next week, I'm going to try and move along FF7. Get that done. Get back to manhwas and mangas. And we'll see where we take it from there. I've been seeing other people's reactions of what I should be doing for read-throughs. I'll compile it together. That way we have more options. Because we are slowly catching up to Kagurabachi. And then, again, letting Gachi Koda get its breaks. Maybe we can slide in a new read-through. We'll see. We shall see. Okay. I'm going to head out. Thank you, everybody. Great stream. Simple. But awesome. Fucking love this dude. 𝑾𝑚'𝑠. Oh, I tell you, again, if he was to replace Boo with the right writing, which I know you could say about anything, I think he would have been way, way better. On God. All right. I gotta go. Everyone, Take care. Be safe. Stay hydrated. Or make sure you do the best that you can and know that if no one believes in you, I got you. Later, VOD gang. Make sure you like the stream, please. Thank you. Till next time, which is tomorrow. I'll see you guys later. Dragon Ball.